तो अपने दोनों दिखेंगे ना।
हाँ okay, we are live now. Yes, we are live. Harshit? Yes, Harshit, we are live.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. We welcome you to uh, Made in India Dentistry Facebook page. It's been quite a while when we started with this page, but and the main idea was to promote Made in India Dentistry, and I think we have now got around 2,000 dentists from India supporting this page. I just come quickly to today's webinar topic. We'll be doing on wealth creation for dentists, by a dentist, and for all the dentists. We have Dr. Bhavdeep Ahuja sir today with us for a 1 hour session. So let me quickly get you to a small brief about the session. Uh, let's say the fear of missing out and we only live once approach is literally burning us all our hard-earned money, and with its flamboyant approach and saving nil for the retirement time. And we dentists following the above concept should remember the Yago principle, you only grow old, thought along, and the Sank, which is senile age is never kind, or the senile age is seldom kind, thought. So in India, tax saving is always confused with the wealth creation. Tax saving should not be the primary reason for investing, and thus it can't be the source of creating wealth as well, right? So majority of us are not going through get our pensions, so we better realize and push towards building up a new corpus, though steadily but slowly towards the final end. Right? So we all indulge in the small missing out approach by burning all our savings and saving nil for retirement. So when it comes to saving also, more often than not, the risk averse nature of the sizable number of dentists makes them prevent from the investing properly for their retirement corpus. Right. So in India, tax saving is always confused with the wealth creation. In the purview, the tax saving should never be the primary reason for investing, and thus it can't be the only source of creating the wealth as well. Right? So instead, we must always align the tax planning process with our long-term financial goals, which can help us retire much before the scheduled senior citizen age. Okay, so let me now introduce to you Dr. Bhavdeep sir. Sir graduated in 1998 from Punjab University, Patiala, and has his specialization in implants from BioHorizons in 2004, an advanced course from LAS ICOI in USA in 2006. Sir also holds a triple MBA in hospital management, finance, human resource, and marketing from three premier institutes and universities across India, which are IIM Pune, IGNOU Delhi, and Annamalai University. Sir also has, he's also an academically oriented dentist and has more than 125 original scientific publications to his name. And I guess Sir today in morning have released 12 new articles along with his co-authors today as a tribute to Sir's father. Uh, Sir is into his 21st year of practice, clinical practice, and I think I should not waste much more time and leave the podium to Sir. Uh, Sir, I hope you can start with now with the
Yes.
topic.
Thank you, Harshal. Thank you, Ishita. Thank you, team World Dentist Federation and Made in India Dentistry and the whole admin platform. Thank you so much for according me this opportunity. So I'll share my screen now. Harshal, is the screen visible? Is the screen visible, Harshal? Okay. Okay. So, welcome, friends, to the wealth creation concept for a dentist. Today is actually my late father's birthday. He passed away last year on 30th June. So, this is a tribute to him, made possible by the efforts of the WDF and the Made in India Dentistry team, Dr. Harshil, Dr. Ishita, and the whole admin platform. So, let me just begin my presentation. All my presentations always begin with thanking the Lord Almighty, but this one, the finance one, always begins with thanking my dad first, who has been, say, instrumental in making me eligible to guide my fellow colleagues for the wealth creation and the say financial aspects. Thank you, Dad. Missing you always. So yes, big thanks is due to Lord Almighty as well, who's given me much more than what I deserve. This is my brief biodata. So and this is the courtesy my MBA finance. I'm sitting here and say sharing with you guys. So this is the topic for today: wealth creation for a dentist by a dentist for all the dentists. So this is for all the dentist colleagues. This is supposed to be coming from me, from a dentist primarily. I might be having different qualifications, different MBAs and different specialties altogether. But still, I'm COVID times discounted presently. Of course, we are all not doing full-time dentistry. But COVID time discounted, I'm primarily a hardcore private practitioner, still earning my primary bread and butter from my 8 to 9 hours of dentistry. So there are no two thoughts about it that I am a dentist and I understand the unique situation of a dentist better than, of course, the CAs. In that sense, that we know what actually a dentist goes through in his economic life cycle. So as I said, this along with 30th June, which was my first day of allotted as recorded as the first day of education in my WhatsApp groups that I run. So 12th August, I have demarcated my dad's birthday date as another mini day of education coming in, say about 43 days after that. So wealth creation for a dentist by a dentist for the dentist. So let's begin with the say the financial life cycle. When I say I whatever I may be doing, but I'm speaking primarily on the three topics. People ask me why I'm doing it. I speak primarily on practice management, medical legal ethics, and finance. I always believe and say that as a strong one as well, that actually these three things are auto-linked or equally linked with each other. How do I say that? Because at the end of the day, dentistry is a business. Whatever we may like to say, it is a noble profession, no doubt, but it is a business, no doubt. Because wherever there is a I&E involved, so that profession will be known as a business only. And once it is, say, the zeal is always there to earn more from any kind of marketing or any kind of practice management what we are applying in our clinic, and the underlying aim would always be to earn more. And sometimes in a zeal to do that, we cross on the wrong side of the law. That is where the role of medical legal ethics and say other aspects come into play, that we tread the right path of the law and don't go on the wrong side. So once we have earned the money by being on the right side of the law, the purpose is what to do with that money. If we can't earn from that own earned money, then that whole cycle goes as waste or as zero. So in Punjabi there is a very common proverb: "पैसे को अपना कमाओ पुत बनाओ." No gender bias please है, but make money your say growing or earning progeny. Progeny means the son or daughter. Again, that comes without any gender bias from me. So if your own earned money is not making you earn money, your whole practice management without the knowledge of finance is a big zero. Because we all like to accumulate much wealth, but we are least bothered where that wealth goes. If I talk of the economic life cycle of a dentist or a doctor, we all actually start pretty much late than our commerce or humanities or arts specialty, say +1, +2 batchmates. They start earning as early as 22, 23. We start earning properly after 28 to 30. So we're almost a decade late. Sometimes we start as an associate or a locum or by working in a private hospital. Some of us start our private clinics as well, but then all of that is sometimes not at all useful, because our proper earning years begin late. We begin a regular salary also late, and our social life events are also delayed, which means that we because of the late events of our life, our marriage happens late, kids are late, and long erratic hours, they do take a toll on our financial life a great deal. A dentist or a doctor like us can't be actually say casual in that approach that we have a long career. Dentists especially can't be, because the profession is not very kind on our neck and back. So we should have a retirement age in mind and plan according to that. And for that, I always believe dentists should keep a retirement age in mind. And as per me, that retirement age is 55. Yes, if you can continue working after that, it is a bonus. There is no harm in doing that if you're fighting fit or physically fit in that sense. But what actually I mean by this is that if we have enough resources, if we don't know how to use them, it'll never be enough. In that sense, that if we have a lot of money, but we are not making that money earn into more, or we are just doing, say, risk averse investments. Risk averse means pretty much low cost investments, which are not even able to beat inflation. Then that is the whole process goes zero. So we have to actually identify our risk tolerance levels. What do I mean by risk tolerance levels here? Let's suppose I am investing 2 lakh rupees. Let's suppose in a month or in a year, whatever. Just suppose I put my risk tolerance level at say 5% of that. 5% of 2 lakhs is 10,000 rupees. So what do I mean by that? That my risk, I'm a risk averse person. I don't fall into the high risk category. We accord the high risk category to those who at least can take a 20% risk. So my risk is that I'll put in 10% of the amount, or 10,000 of the amount, which is 5% of the total amount of 2 lakh rupees, as a risky category. So that if it grows, fine. But if it sinks, I actually do not say feel bad about it. So the only aim should be to generate stable income and minimize tax deductions. The only problem is that we actually don't know about it. In India, wealth creation is an alien term actually, because tax saving is also not resorted to by our colleagues fully. What do I mean by that? That we don't claim the government deductions properly. As per a government data, RBI study, 70% return filers, 70%, 70. So they don't even invest in the basic section 80C, which is 1.5 lakh. So 70 is a huge percentage. More than 2/3 are not even doing it in say 1.5 lakh. So what to say of the remaining? Remember, if you have to create wealth, you don't have to do tax saving. You have to go much beyond that. Let's suppose it is a step from 1 to 10. If the wealth creation at step number 10, tax saving goes automatically at the third or the fourth step. So you have to cross the tax saving barrier to go to the wealth creation part. What do I mean by that? You have to go beyond what is, say, giving you tax or which is saving you tax. This data or the study which I shared with you about 70% not doing even the basic ATC comes true. And that is the reason Ms. Nirmala Sitharamanji, our Honorable Finance Minister, actually launched the NTR in January budget, January 2020 budget. She say placed in the parliament. NTR means the new tax regime, which means that you can save tax at 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5. So many slabs were issued. But the basic condition was you have to forego the tax deduction. In any case, the government says you are not even investing in the ATC, the basic section. So what to say about the other thing? Because the endeavor is for everyone is to save tax or pay nil tax. We try to keep our incomes less than the slab of 5 lakh, which automatically accords that we pay zero tax. But we are actually not damaging, say, the government by not paying tax. We are damaging our own future. Remember, it is a linked chain. Whatever investment you can do only in white. If you have a very less, say, outflow of cash, the capital account, the Jama Punji account will be automatically less. So if you have less proportion of that, you gotta be, say, making yourself realize that you can't go to the wealth creation part. We as doctors feel very proud that we are actually very intelligent people. We have cracked some of the toughest entrance exams to get admissions in the dental colleges. But accordingly, we feel that we can make great monetary decisions as well. But future progress. The problem with us is that we don't plan our future, and such similar steps can actually help us carve our future in a happy way so that we can lead a long retirement life happily. So Alan Lincoln very fondly said, planning is bringing the future into the present so that you can do something about it now. जिस कल के बारे में आपने कल सोचा था कि मैं ये काम कल करूंगा, रिमेंबर वो कल आज है. If you're not doing it, if you're not doing tax saving, wealth creation, or planning for your retirement, better start today. So, as I said, tax is one of the gray areas. We don't like to pay that 20 or 30% category. I strongly believe every dentist falls in the 30% category, whether or not he or she wants to believe or wants the government to believe or not. Just to save that 20-30%, we actually consider 70 and 80. I always say in one line to all the colleagues, 70 या 80, 20 या 30 से बहुत बड़ा हो. And whatever tax you pay is automatically recovered in 3 to 4 years. There are various calculations I give, various say paybacks I give on the board via demo when I take my workshops, and that is the reason I do it, so that the colleagues are financially literate. We are made fools many times in many situations by our, say with due respect, our chartered accountants. And they believe that we don't interfere in your line, you don't interfere in our line approach, because we don't like to actually say anyone playing havoc with our diagnosis. So similarly, we don't want the CAs won't also expect the same from us. But we have to remember that it is after all our own money. And if our own money does not give us the return, who will give us? This is the scenario we have to actually remember very, very clearly. And if I go by the perfect saving ratio part, I will say the perfect saving ratio is actually 30 to 35%. Let's suppose you are, say, earning 2 lakhs, grossing 2 lakhs. Grossing means over the, say, period, over the counter collection. Over the counter collection means the total. So that is the total saving ratio. Yes, ideal and perfect things are sometimes not possible. But if let's suppose you are earning, if you are earning, say, around about, if you are earning 2 lakh rupees, then around 60 to 70,000 would be a good amount. Practically not possible sometimes. I understand that very, very clearly. But yes, for a layman, the terminology given is 10% minimum saving. For dentists, the perfect, or not the perfect, but the minimum saving ratio, dentists and doctors should be 20%. So we actually really need to say, look into that aspect very, very clearly. So because once we are aware of that part, then only we can go about the further wealth creation part, unless we are actually aware about the tax part, tax saving part. So why you shouldn't postpone your travel plans till retirement? This is a perfect example of that. So the irony of a doctor's life is that we are one of the most esteemed professions. And सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम, जो रूल हमने अपने खुद के लिए बनाए वो हम खुद ही फॉलो नहीं करते हैं. What are those rules? We diagnose first, understand the problem, and then prescribe a proper treatment plan along with a preliminary app medication. But when it comes to finance, we actually say prefer over the counter products. That is the problem. And सबसे बड़ी बात है, कुछ ऐसी पॉलिसीज हम लोग खरीद लेते हैं या हमसे खरीदवा ली जाती हैं, या इफ आई स्पीक इन अ क्रूड लैंग्वेज, ऐसी बहुत सारी पॉलिसीज हमारे पेशेंट हमारे को चिपका जाते हैं. So that is the problem. We have patients who are maybe in financial line or a policy man, and we start trusting them blindly, who actually know that we are ignorant about such matters. I was lucky that I had my dad at the helm of my affairs, of financial affairs, I will say. But I feel lucky that I started listening to him as early as 2007. But as late as the 8th year of my private practice. No wonder I had a more than decent start to my practice. But my actual, say, kick to my practice happened in March 2007 with the birth of my elder daughter Ananya, who has been very lucky for me and brought me luck. So there has been no ever since looking back after that. So the only irony is that we actually say रात दिन मर मर के पैसे कमाते हैं, and we hardly care to save for our rainy days. And isn't it wise that we should make our own money, say, grow from that own money? That is the bottom line. If wealth creation can take those parts, that our own money starts growing for us, then what better than that? Then, as I said about the risk, say, risk taking potential, some people may be, say, happy in taking less risk, but some may be more comfortable taking on more risk for higher returns. Like the less risky ones may be the FD guys, FD में पैसे डाल दो. The high risky ones may be the small cap mutual funds, where the returns had been in the past up to even 30%, 35%. But yes, there is a chance that they can actually drop in. So we should actually know it and understand it, that small mistakes can sometimes cause huge damage in investing. So it is always better to take professional advice and stay safe. The biggest mistake we all commit is we invest on hearsay. 15 March आती है, साल का 350th day almost. 15 days left to the end of financial year on 31st March. We call up our advisor, friend, neighbor, relative, whatever. यार वो तूने किस फंड में पैसे लगाए थे मुझे बता दे, मैं भी डाल दूं, मैं भी करूं. We actually don't try to understand that the unique situation of each individual is different. If situation was the same, why would a dentist be telling you this thing? A CA or a financial advisor or say a high profile investor could tell you better things, could tell you much better things in financial than me. I may not be as expert as them, but what I am perfect in is my own line. I know about the investment for a dentist. I know about that avenues which we need to. We don't literally need to know each and everything, but we at least need to have the basic financial literacy. And that is where we need to actually solve the jigsaw puzzle. Because if we don't do that, unless we solve the jigsaw puzzle of managing our personal finances, we have to make sure that we will be left with a bleeding balance sheet. Bleeding balance sheet means in the red zone or the negative one. As I said, at mid of March coming, the 350th day of the year, literally on the beck and call of our CAs or our say financial advisors, we start investing on hearsay, literally to throw away our money. It pains me to use that word, but yes, we literally throw away our money on hearsay in one scheme or the other just to save tax. Itna tax to bachaye kam se kam. That is where we commit a mistake. We really commit a big one. Do you know why did the government extend the date for investments? If you are not aware, I must tell you, the financial year is from 1st April to 31st March. And the government extended the investments for year 1920 from 31st March to 30th June and then till 31st July. Because as per government data, maximum investments of a financial year happen in the last 15 days, around 70%. 70% of the investments were happening in that. Remember, I told you 70% are not investing. So that means only 30% are doing the basic ATC. Out of that 30% of population, the 70% of that means till that only 9% of the countrymen have who file their returns, not the whole country. 9% of those people who file the ITR, they have just invested in the whole 350 days, and the remaining 21% out of those 30, they do it in the last 15 days. So the government lost out on a huge chunk of revenue because 22nd March was the Janta curfew and 24th March onwards, say lockdown was inserted. So people could not invest, especially the backbenchers, if I say in a say crude way, the ones who actually are fond of doing the things on the last moment. So that is where the problem lies. So what are the biggest financial mistakes we doctors make, and how can we ensure that we actually can avoid them? As I said, the minimum is the 20%. For layman, it is 10%, but for dentists and doctors, minimum 20% of the gross income, of the total collection, which we have to save. Because if we don't do that, we are not saving for our retirement. Then another of the financial mistake, we actually don't have a track of the cash flow. We don't know where our money comes and where our money goes. We actually don't have an idea. Then we don't have any emergency budget. Emergency budget is supposed to be for the rainy days. Just go back 3 months, 4 months, say 1 month into the lockdown, mid-April or April end, people were actually like, मैं बर्बाद हो जाऊंगा clinic नहीं खुला तो, मैं मर जाऊंगा, मैं भूखा मरूंगा. All those kind of lines people used. Is that feasible? Does your profession doesn't have the power to support you for just even say 3 to 4 months, even less than 1 month? We are actually say crying over the government, that the government has actually made a mistake. So by inserting a lockdown, the problem was not at the government end. The problem was at our end. We didn't have an emergency budget. Emergency budget means the one which is supposed to be for the rainy days. What are those rainy days? These were the rainy days. Emergency situations where we have to. A typical emergency budget would mean your 6 months of expenses or your 3 months of gross income. That is the ideal emergency budget. Now it depends upon your say expenses or your income, whatever it is. Then most of us don't have any financial plan or financial goals. जब पेपर ही नकल मार के पास करना हमने, फिर हम क्या करेंगे? When we call up our friends and colleagues for the say investment on hearsay, how will we know what our financial goals are? Then a female fatale, I'll say, or a femme fatale as we call it, the female kamzori, buying excessive gold and then keeping it in locker. वो गोल्ड जो बेचारा साल में जिसको 2 बार हवा पानी धूप लगती है, it comes out only in the cases of relatives marriages. अब तो वो list has been also been pruned. Now only 30 or 50 people can go in a marriage. Whether you fall in that top 50 or not, that is up to you. So yes, buying gold is not bad at all. As a part of your portfolio, there should be at least 10 to 15% of gold because gold is an excellent hedge. Hedge means the one which can be used to balance out the investments. The balance out the lesser of the government securities, like 8% of the PPA, what it used to be now, even that is at 7.1. And the higher of the mutual funds at 12 to 14, again, even those are at the, say, corrected end right now. But to hedge out that and keep it close to inflation or minimum 10%, that is the one which is used to do that. What do I mean by that? Because whatever the government figures might say, 3, 4, 5, 6%, whatever the government figures might say, our actual cost of living grows by 10% every year, believe it or not. Just open up your last year's expenses. If your cost of living was 50,000, say in last August 2019, it would be say 55,000 in today's time. Of course, COVID times have to be discounted. You can go back a year, compare August 18 and August 19, but you will get to know. Then we don't have any medical insurance. Remember, all the medical costs are rising and they're rising. हम लोग डॉक्टर हैं, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हम लोग बीमार नहीं होंगे. People actually get their whole savings wiped off because of no health insurance with them. Then people are happy to keep in. Doctors had a favorite penchant for real estate. Now the real estate has been blocked for, say, many years now, 4 to 5 years. Mande mein chal rahi hai real estate, as we say. Then some buy all in gold. Then some keep all in locker. Some keep in stock market. Then some of them are pretty safe. They want to play safe. I mean, say they keep it in money in FD. It is always advisable to never keep all your eggs in one basket. This is the, say, bottom line. Then a hypocritic society, spending all hard-earned money on children's marriage, giving one-liner excuse. एक ही तो बेटा है मेरा, एक ही तो बेटी है मेरी. This is the stupid excuse we give. I'm not sure about the rest of the country, but yes, we Punjabis are fond of doing it, especially Punjabis and the North Indians. We like to splurge heavily on our kids' marriages, and we don't mind taking a, say, dip in from our, our retirement corpus. Yes, COVID times, the guidelines for 1350 are in Punjab as well, but sooner the conditions get normal, we have to, say, believe that the Punjabis will be the first one to jump back to the original ways. Then we have no clarity about what is an asset and what is a liability. A luxurious car is not an asset because it consumes fuel and has a maintenance cost, and it has a depreciating value. Car may be a necessity, a basic car may be a necessity. Yes, I don't deny that. Not a luxurious car. My daughter often asks me, Dad, आपका दिल नहीं करता कार बदलने का? I don't like it. I know I'm having a normal car. I'm very happy to drive it. So it is not about that. Once you have, I'm not saying that don't indulge into that, but the primary requisite or the primary requirements would be that firstly, cover up the loose ends. Your term plans, your medical insurance, your professional indemnities, your retirement corpus. If all these things are taken care of handsomely, go out and splurge everything. The problem is that we start from the reverse. हम नीचे से शुरू करते हैं. पहले ऐश कर लें, फिर जो बच जाएगा उसमें से जोड़ेंगे. So then we consider frugal as cheap. We buy things on sale just because they are actually selling cheap. This is a thing we actually don't have to know. We don't know about the economic order quantity. Then जैसे common saying है ना, मैं कल से जिम जाऊंगा, या मैं इतने व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में हूँ, मैं एक संडे आएगा उस दिन मैं बैठूंगा, मैं सारे व्हाट्सएप के ग्रुप्स में जो जो ज्ञान मिला है उसको मैं शेयर करूंगा और उसको मैं नोट्स बनाऊंगा. Trust me guys, Ananya, trust me guys, that Sunday never comes. That really never comes. And that tomorrow will never come. So whatever you want to do, you have to actually start from today. So spending a lot of money on fancy stuff. We are fond of splurging on fancy cars, fancy house, fancy watch, fancy vacation. And we want to churn out a huge premium for that as well. And that is our biggest mistake. Social media आने से पहले भी लोग घर लेते थे, कार लेते थे. But why this FOMO approach? Fear of missing out. Then lack of patience. People, when they are late in investing, They want everything to grow in 6 months. Then the shortest avenue they see is the stock market. Only 1% of the traders have been successful. 99% haven't been. So what is this thing lucrative about stock market? Just because we got one bet correct, we are actually very happy to do it. Then depending upon others for our investment decisions, one of the biggest mistakes we do. We have a lot of say experts who give us tips that yes, you can do it, you can save in this manner, and that is where we actually falter. It is a taboo to discuss money matters in Indian families. Nobody really discusses those matters. Then people get greedy with their investments. जो आता है सारा कुछ स्टॉक मार्केट में डाल दो, डबल हो जाएगा 2-4 दिन में, थोड़े महीने में, and that is where we eventually lose all the money. We actually need to really realize this part. Then we waste time on unproductive things rather than learning new skill set. People end up say wasting time on social media and YouTube. I use my lockdown very effectively. I wrote a lot of I wrote a lot of pending articles completed. All my today, as Harshil told you at the start, today only I had 12 plus 1, 13 publications launching. Every hour we are launching them by with 12 different co-authors, and one of them is my own as well. So I made a YouTube, I revived my YouTube channel, made a lot of videos, and I made a YouTube channel only for dentists. If you go on YouTube, you can search Dr. Bhavdeep Ahuja. You'll find many videos on practice management, MLE, and finance. All those videos actually say made for the betterment of colleagues only. I have no financial motive in that. The only aim is financial literacy. So I love to distribute knowledge. I love to dedicate that to my dad. So I'm doing that. So for doing all this, going towards the wealth creation, the first step is to develop a habit of saving. To enjoy a long, comfortable retirement life, save more today. So let me give you the basics of FIRE for that. Don't worry, I'm not transporting you into the Stoneman era. So FIRE for me means financial independence and early retirement for your alternate trip. Now you guys will ask, what is this alternate trip? RIP means rest in peace. What is this alternate trip? Alternate trip means retirement investment planning. So I always say plan for your alternate trip before you actually rest in peace. That is the beauty of this strategy. So how do we start? You have to ask yourself a few financial questions, and you have to answer them honestly as well. I am very fond of Bollywood. So I give an example of Talash movie by Amir Khan. It says that you may search the whole world for the problems affecting you, but the real answers of the same lie within you. We have to be very sure of this. So what are the questions? Ask yourself honestly, what is my investment horizon? Horizon means the time span. मैं कितनी देर के लिए invest कर सकता हूँ? Then, as I mentioned about the risk averse or risk taking approach, what should be my investment approach? What should be it? मैं कितना risk ले सकता हूँ? मैं risky investment में करूँगा और I'll play safe. Then, what is my current approach towards my capital or towards my jama punji? How long can I keep my money tied up? We have to understand how long can be the money can be there. How can the money be? I'll just give you my example in this case. I have 2 daughters. So the younger one is 3.5. The elder one is 13. Not by choice, but by chance, the gap between the 2 kids is roughly say 9 years and 10 months or almost 10 years. So for the elder one, I need to have money handy in next 4.5 years till she turns 18 for higher education. I can't block the money for longer period. Yes, of course, I've done it before. Let's suppose if I have to do today, I'm telling you that scenario. But for the younger one who's 3, I can keep that money blocked for 15 years because I will not be needing any money. She'll be going to the big school next year. But that is one investment that I can actually manage from my own earnings or from my current earnings. So God forbid any catastrophe aside, the alternate RIP strategy means that I can block her money for 15 years with a long-term approach and giving her a good, say, corpus gift at the end of her minor age when she turns 18. So do I require an investment that can be liquidated quickly? God forbid if I have any emergency need. That is the reason the emergency fund comes in. And whatever you want to invest, all the riskometers, all the track records are available online. Just check it out. What is the track record of that investment for 1 year, 3 year, 5 year? And if you are actually very sure for that period, go ahead and say, do investments in that. And if you answer all the above questions honestly, so you will automatically know that what investment is right for us. As I said, the basic things, you have, number one, you have a term plan. Number two, along with the disability insurance, of course, that is the rider, along with professional indemnity. I count those three in one. Then the second, I say you have a medical claim of minimum 5 lakhs. Pankaj Tripathi, Akshay Kumar, बेचारे चीख के मर गए on say television. That kindly term plan ले लो, kindly medical claim ले लो, medical insurance ले लो. Then you have an emergency fund of 2 to 6, 2 to 7 lakhs. As I said, 3 months of gross income or 6 months of expenses. Up to you, whatever way you can look at it. We take usually expenses at 50%. So the 3 and the 6 will remain half and full only if we go by that. Then if you don't have a big purchase coming up in the next 5 years. So this is the broad difference between a save and an invest. You have an emergency fund to cover 6 months expenses, save. You have a purchase coming up in 5 years, save. Where you need to say break up your money or liquidate your money. Then you have an emergency fund, don't have a big purchase coming, and you have the other aspects covered, which I mentioned. Go for invest. Invest means always for a longer period. Investment, yes, they are ultra short term, medium term goals are there for investment. But when we talk of the one word, single word, invest, it automatically means beyond 5 years. If you want to believe or not, it is up to you. So as I mentioned, minimum of 1 crore term plan for any doctor, for any dentist. Dentists need a disability insurance as well. And a professional indemnity minimum 30 lakhs, also called as liability insurance. And believe me, 30 lakhs policy would be available 2000 or 1800 to 2000 plus GST. So in range of around 2000 plus GST, you will get a 30 policy. I don't think that is a say bad amount to spend for your coverage. Similarly, a 1 crore term plan for a healthy male 40-year-old should be around 30,000. I don't call that a bad deal either. So, जो बचेगा उससे invest करेंगे. The only question dentists when I give this lecture is, डॉक्टर साहब कुछ बचेगा तो invest करेंगे. We have to do the reverse. Warren Buffett, the famous investor, his lines: do not say what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Save mindlessly, spend consciously. Whereas we do the reverse. We save consciously, but spend mindlessly. We indulge in that FOMO and the YOLO approach. Harshil very well mentioned at the start. So what is the alternate RIP strategy? We actually don't have any power of idea about the power of compounding. People don't know. Albert Einstein said it is the 8th wonder of the world. Compounding actually means when you go on saving, go on investing till the time your investment starts yielding a interest equivalent to your investment. That interest then becomes your compounded income. That would mean that if next year, when it happens, when it next year stops, if you stop doing any investment, your compounding or interest income is good enough to generate the installment for your investment. Of course, I'm not telling that you stop doing it, but what I mean to do is by explaining in such a manner. So, जिसको compounding समझ आ गई, वो champion बन गया. So the rule of compounding is very simple. The sooner you start, the more time your money has to grow. So compounding is actually your passive income. So this is the thing you have to actually realize. Then we actually say watch Z Business, CNBC, and then we see any Tom, Dick or Harry giving us stock tips. इसका future अच्छा है, इसका ये अच्छा है. Go for it, and we fall into that trap. Again, if asking your friends, relatives, and people on here, known people on hearsay is wrong, what about this? Even this is also a hearsay investment. In result, you lose a lot of stuff. Then we actually become a slave of our own financial, say, our slave of our own lifestyle. We become a victim of the same. Moving from 2 BHK to 3 BHK just because you got a good salary, upgrading your car just because now you believe that you have a status. And that is where we actually falter. And we buy things because they are on discount. The great Indian summer sale, winter sale, spring sale, autumn sale keep on happening every month. The big billion days keep on coming, happening every alternate month. And the only thing is that we are impulsive buyers. We don't even think twice before spending or splurging a big amount. So अब उनके लिए those who ask डॉट साहब पैसे तो बचते नहीं, कहाँ से इन्वेस्टमेंट करूं, कहाँ से आप बोलते हो रिटायरमेंट के लिए कमाओ, बचता ही नहीं कुछ है, डेंटिस्ट्री में फ्यूचर नहीं है, स्कोप नहीं है. डेंटिस्ट्री इज स्टिल अ वेरी लिक्रेटिव प्रोफेशन गाइस, काइंडली इसको बदनाम मत कीजिए. Yes, in a lighter vein, Memodontics, Memotronics, whatever groups we have, in a lighter vein, sharing some things on a lighter note is fine. But trust me, even if I am speaking, say, very regularly all over India on different topics, and I do not more than 2 workshops a month. I do it only on alternate Sundays because I can't be traveling every Sunday. So even still, I'm doing them paid workshops all around. But still, as I said at the start, my primary bread and butter, even in my 21st year of practice, comes from dental clinic or dentistry, because this is my love. And believe me, our profession has the power, has got the big power to actually give us or record us money in, say, whatever we earn. Let's put that money at 1x or x. We can earn up to 3x even in 7 days of working. What I mean to say is that 23 दिन महीने के आपके पास पेशेंट ना हो, लेकिन 7 दिन ऐसे पेशेंट हो, you can just work for your 8 to 9 hours, you can earn up to 3 into your normal income, 3x. Our profession has this much power. So don't underestimate the power of dentistry. Yes, again, COVID times discounted. Happy times will be back again. This is a temporary phase. This has to go. Nothing lasts forever. The good times didn't last, so the bad times won't. We are all going through a grind. We are all going through a survival phase. Say 2020 is all about survival. So the correct approach is to budget aptly. The standard rule or the universal rule that is followed is the 50-30-20 rule. So 50% of your income should go towards your necessities, housings and bill. 30% should go towards your wants, like vacation, dining, entertainment, multiplex, whatever you feel. Then the remaining 20% should go towards paying off your debts or saving for retirement. If we simplify it, it can be a version. You can combine the needs and the wants. You can make it 80-20 rule. Believe me, Pareto principle of 80-20 fails to or ceases to leave us. So 20% of our income goes towards financial goals and 80% on everything else, your needs and wants combined. So this is after deducting your clinic expenses. Normally we presume that from 40 to 55 or 40 to 60. Every clinic will have, say, expenses in the range of 50%. Can be 10% one less, can be 10% more. But we pick that at 50%. Let's suppose you gross or you collect total collection is 2 lakhs in a month. And we presume expenses at 50%. 1 lakh are your clinic expenses, include material, lab, salaries, rental, bijli bill, pani bill, whatever other expenses, whatever you say presume, they are 1 lakh, 50% of that. So what are you left with? 50,000, 30,000, 20,000 means 1 lakh you're left with. Out of that, 50,000 we presume for the necessities, 30 for the wants, and 20 for your alternate RIP, retirement investment planning. But what did I say? Minimum कितना हमने करना है? I said minimum 20%. तो 2 लाख का 20% कितना होता है? 40,000. But what we are doing or what we are getting is 20,000. So what is that? That is 10%. What does that mean? That means actually we are doing according to or akin to what a common man is needed to do, because they have 4 decades to earn, we have 3. They have 25 to 30 peak years, we have 15 to 20. If I simplify it that way. As I said, our economic life cycle is late. So what is the solution? As I said, the ideal ratio, perfect ratio 30 to 35. Going by that 60, 70. Yes, practically sometimes not possible. But going even by that, I have allotted only 10%. So what do I need to do? I need to modify that rule. Because as a thumb rule, minimum 20% तो आपका जाना ही चाहिए. This is the amount I always say a beginner should also go. Beginner in investment, not beginner in practice. Because जब तक लोगों को समझ आती है 30-35 एज हो जाती है. And once you reach the age of 35, and if you have kept your retirement at 55, the catch lies there. You have to start in reverse then. इतना मेरे को जोड़ना है, और अगर उतना जोड़ूं तो मैं पीछे से कितना आज इन्वेस्ट करूं. So for a startup, I always say 40,000 per month or 4,80,000 per year, roughly 5 lakhs per year is the basic investment you should do. अब आप कहोगे टैक्स सेविंग तो 1.5 लाख में होती है, उससे ज्यादा भी होती है. That is why the topic of today is not tax saving. The topic is wealth creation. As I said, the wealth creation is at the 9th or the 10th step. The tax saving is at, say, the 3rd or the 4th step. So to reach wealth creation, you have to cross the avenue of tax saving. So if we go by that, what is the formula? 50-30-20 the doctors के लिए suitable नहीं है ना. It is for the layman. It is a universal formula followed all over the world. But for the layman, the formula is the magical Bhavdeep formula, going by my name. What it is? 50-30-20 को मैंने modify करके 45-15-40 कर दिया. What it is? 5 मैंने यहाँ से लिया, 15 मैंने यहाँ से लिया, वो दोनों 20 मैंने यहाँ पे डाल दिया. So for I just cut down a little bit on your say basic needs or basic living. 50% I cut from the vacation or the dining or the wants. In any case, these are the things which have automatically come down in the past 4 months. हम चाह के भी vacation, dining, entertainment, multiplexes, shopping पे नहीं जा सकते हैं. So it is a good thing. Of course, our incomes have also fallen down. But let this be the trend. This is not the culture that actually COVID has recorded. The human mentality or the human mad race had to be halted somewhere. So you allocate 15 and 5 from here and add over here. So make that 40%, which 40 from net is basically 20 from gross only. If I give you the same equation, 1 lakh clinic expenses out of the 2 lakh gross, just example, 45,000 would be your necessities, 15,000 your want, and 40,000 for your alternate RIP. It is not rest in peace. It is retirement investment planning. So people are actually very conservative with their investment. They are happy to live on a FD interest of 6 to 7%. And trust me, some would keep just the cash at home, thinking or believing that the cash or the say money will grow. पैसे के पेड़ नहीं उगते भाई साहब, पैसे के पेड़ नहीं उगते. अब this is a myth of FDs which I really feel happy to debunk. FD or the TD, term deposit, fixed deposit receipt, the term deposit receipt. FDR, TDR, FD, TD all mean one the same thing. So what is the average rate of interest of FD for 1 year? 6%? No. It is actually 5.6, 5.7, 5.8. So let's suppose you have kept that money in in an emergency, as an emergency fund कि मेरा जो पैसा है 3 लाख 4 लाख 5 लाख whatever it is, मैंने उसको emergency में उसकी FD करा दी है. Once I need it, so now you need the money. God forbid a corona like thing has come and you need your emergency expenses to be liquidated. So सबसे पहली बात है कि आपको cumulative advantage नहीं मिलेगा. Because if you break less than 6 months, then अगर आपका मैं 6 पे presume कर रहा हूँ, it is automatically less than that. You know it. It is average 5.6, 5.7 in today's times. So अगर आपने let's suppose 170 days में तोड़वा दिए less than 6 months में, you lose the cumulative advantage, and then you get according to that slab. those slabs are 0 to 15, 15 to 30 days, then 30 to 45, 45 to 90, 90 to 180, and 180 to 270, and 270 to 365. These are 0.25, 0.25 या 0.5 के difference पे बैंक की slabs होती हैं. So you will not get 6% for that 170 days. You will actually say get it for that slab. Let's assume 5%. Again, I have presumed that on the higher side. 5.7 का टोटल है आपका 1 ईयर का, तो या 6 है, तो आपका 170 डेज का 5 नहीं होगा, 4 पॉइंट समथिंग होगा. फॉरगेट इट, कीप इट 5. यू लूज क्यूमुलेटिव एडवांटेज. अब उस पर टैक्सेशन क्या है? ऑल इंटरेस्ट यू अर्न इज टैक्सेबल. 30% ऑफ 5% एट 5% इज 1.5. तो उसकी टैक्स लायबिलिटी 1.5 निकाल दीजिए, 3.5 बचा एक्चुअल इन हैंड. अब सबसे बड़ी चीज क्या लगेगा? अगर एफडी प्रीमेच्योर तोड़वाई है तो बैंक विल चार्ज यू प्रीमेच्योर पेनल्टी. 1% और गया. इफेक्टिव रिटर्न एफडी की कितनी बनी? 2.5%. रिमेंबर आई हैव टेकन दीज फिगर्स ऑन द हायर साइड, 6 and 5 and whatever where the mouse pointer is currently. So actual return will be lower than this. So if today someone says FD is good, I'm ready to have an open debate with him. This is a myth which we need to debunk very, very strongly. Believe me, my dad was a banker. On account of being a staff member and on account of being a senior citizen, he used to get 1.5, 1.75 at 1.2% extra interest. किसी टाइम पे सीनियर सिटीजन का 1% मिलता था, then 0.75, now it is 0.5. But staff member को अभी भी 1% ज्यादा मिलता है. So whatever interest we get, he used to get 1.5 more than that just 2 years back. But dad को, obviously I don't need to teach these things to dad. Dad knew these things better than me. So, but yes, when I explained this to dad, it is very tough to explain this to a banker who is getting more interest about the FD, actual scenario of the FD. And when he passed away last year on 30th June, believe me, he didn't have even a single FD. मेरे पूरे खानदान में FD नहीं है किसी की पिछले 2 साल से. So this is one myth I always happily debunk. And the problem then comes is that we are not actually disciplined investors. So we are not actually disciplined investors, and we don't know actually. We do the reverse. We actually say do what is left after, say, spending, and which does not create a, say, healthy growing scenario. Then we make a lot of financial mistakes at different age. At the age of 20, we have no planning for retirement. We avoid investment. At the age of 30, we are unorganized. We have no financial planning. We buy flashy gizmos, gadgets, or flashy products. Then by 40, we are burdened by loans, no thought about writing a will. Then at the age of 50, we are dipping into our retirement savings always, and we are actually delaying our financial planning. In sab ki jad kya hai? The root cause is the lack of knowledge about financial management. So the bottom line is, if you earn well, you pay good tax, show more in white, make that white money grow more for you. Because if you don't do that, you'll still have money, but black, dead, and blocked. So the choice is entirely yours, what you want. So for becoming rich, investment should be optimum, and I gave you the range. For a starter, you can say you should have actually optimum investments, term plan of 1 crore, mediclaim of 5 lakh, if possible some real estate for, say, extra source of income. Then emergency fund of 2 to 7 lakhs, approximately average 5 lakhs, some gold and silver minimum 5 lakhs, and then any other rental, in, say, pension, money back, endowment plans, whatever. So millions of trees in this world are accidentally planted by squirrels, gilleries, who burns nuts, who bury nuts, and then they forget where they hid them. So invest and forget, it too will actually compound. If you are bored, let me give you the carry home gyan for today. We all actually strive to retire early. It is very difficult to lead a sorrowful old life asking for money from kids. बच्चों से पैसा मांगना सबसे tough काम. Self-dependence is the biggest gift we can give ourselves. So think about it. The future is in your hands. If you want to continue burning or breaking your back and neck and want to continue working till 70, the choice is absolutely yours. So the bottom line aim for me, for all of you today is be financially literate, start with the basics, slowly build on that. And always remember, Rome was not built in a day. And because we are always dependent on other people, family members and colleagues for advice, as I said, many of them actually जबरदस्ती policy चिपका जाते हैं. So be what you are, don't follow the herd mentality. Don't ever invest on hearsay. It is time to change old thoughts for investments. And like if you have shifted from a black and white TV to a color TV to a LCD to a plasma to a LED, and from a Nokia 3310 to say a OnePlus, and you really need to understand that upgrades and updates happen in every phase of life. It's time to move on from, say, conservative investments like FDs. No doubt the current sentiment for mutual funds is extremely negative, but then it is not at all, say, a healthy one in that sense. So moral of the whole story, if I say, of today, do not spend more than what you can make. Do not go into debt to impress others. Actively invest and track your network of your cash flow. Do not buy depreciating assets. Thank you so much for a patient hearing. So as I mentioned, I have a YouTube channel going by my name. All my say social media presence is by my name, Dr. Bhavdeep, without any space, dot or underscore, Dr. Bhavdeep. So if you forget this, go to YouTube and search Dr. Bhavdeep Ahuja. You'll get say lot many videos on practice management, medical legal ethics, and finance, of course. This is one channel which is for dentists, and that is my endeavor to give back to the society. So subscribe and hit the bell icon. Last week only I posted 17 videos. So I don't post one or two, I post much more than that. So as I said, all my other investments are also, say, going by my name, Facebook, Dr. Bhavdeep, Instagram, Dr. Bhavdeep, and Twitter as well. So this is my number. You can get in touch with me. So whatever way, this is my website as well, link given below. So one thing I'll appreciate is kindly send me your valuable feedback on my WhatsApp, on my SMS, or on my, or even in the say link of this presentation, where it is happening in Made in India Dentistry Group. So I'll definitely welcome bookers and brickbats both in equal measure. And I run WhatsApp groups also. If anyone of you, both free and paid, if anyone of you is interested in getting over there, kindly send me a message. I'll add you over there. So thank you so much. And I stop my share for the queries. And this is the question time. So thank you. Yes, Arshad.
I think now I'm visible, audible also.
Yes, yes, you're visible and audible.
Thank you so much, sir. It was an amazing session. I think grasped a lot of mistakes, I think, which we must be doing. Okay, we open the group for some queries right now.
Yeah.
Just a second. Let me just have a look. Okay, I'll just minimize it. Okay, so we have a question from Dr. Rohit. How are large capital mutual funds investment for 5 years down?
Sorry, I didn't get it. Please come again.
How are large capital mutual funds investment for 5 years down?
See, any mutual fund investment is supposed to be for minimum 5 years if you talk about the long-term part. And if you say I have run a SIP for 5 years, remember only the first year SIP has completed 4 years,
Okay.
not every installment. The one you did just say 12 months back, that's completed just 1 year. And the one you did just a month back. So if you have to look at the long-term avenues or long-term growth, it should be like putting in and then forgetting it. And 5 years in that is what is important. Large cap definitely ones which matter the most, mostly done in the blue chip companies. And yes, they carry a lot of credibility in today's trouble times, or the IDK. I don't know. We call it as the kangaroo market going on. We actually don't know which way it will go. Even the Sensex might be touching close to what it was at the peak, about 42,000, currently around 38,000. But the mutual funds are nowhere close to what they were in January or February. So yes, a lot of sentiment has gone in negative. But anyways, if you have to invest, you should invest in large cap only.
So we have one more question. It is from Dr. Purva. She says that as a locum dentist, what are my best chances with a 10 to 12,000 monthly earnings?
Dr. Purva, I mentioned our economic life cycles begin late. We start as an associate or a locum only. And yes, there are scenarios when we are not working on our own. But whatever, I don't believe that in 10 to 12,000 you can save much. Of course, the cost of living, the way the cost of living is going. But yes, look at say making a progressive jump in your skill set, where you can actually be an asset to your clinic if you are not planning on opening up your own. But if yes, planning to open up your own clinic would be the best bet to earn big bucks and then invest accordingly.
So a question from Abhay, Dr. Abhay. Uh, Real estate or mutual fund, which one is better? Real estate or mutual fund, which one is better as an investment?
Real estate or mutual fund? Mutual funds are any day better, boss, because let's discount the COVID times. There are many investments in Section 80C. The number one is always ALSS, or equity linked saving schemes. Those have average return of 12 to 15%. Then the second are the NPS, the National Pension System, or the new pension scheme, or the National Pension Scheme, whatever we can call it. It comes and it is separate from say Section 80C, comes under 80CCD 1B, separately allowed for 50,000. Again, this is part of 80C as well. So somebody having 20% of gross income can invest the whole amount in NPS as well. So that is second. Number three is Sukanya or PPF. Sukanya I always call as a bias scheme because it is for the girl child and is meant for kids below 10 years. So even if it has a 0.5 higher percent interest, it is not universally applicable or available for everyone. Whereas PPF has no age limit. You can do it even for a say 2-day-old or a 90-year-old. You can do it. So in that order, these are the preferred investments under Section 80C. So yes, mutual funds are any day better because real estate, वैसे भी I mentioned in the presentation itself, काफी देर से मंदे में चल रही है, and with the kind of say UID linking happening, I don't see any immediate breakout from say from the this whatever we have the real estates.
Correct. Okay, so that I think brings up to the end of the session.
I just opened up. There are a few questions. I'm sorry if
you have some sessions on your side, sir? Questions on your side?
Yes. Dr. Rohit Agarwal posted, how is the NSE scheme in investment? So Dr. Rohit, NSE falls under Section 80C only. I just gave the top three under this thing under 80C. NSE may have been a good investment in the past. Number one, the interest rates have fallen, but they have fallen for everything. But NSE is a EET. It may be exempt at the time of investment. It may be exempt at the time of say growth, but it is taxable fully at the end of maturity. So you have to take that part into account. It will be taxable according to your tax slab. So calculate accordingly. So in any case, when you have top three options available, you shouldn't be actually say thinking about those things. So Dr. Arun S. Trivandrum asks, better option if not FD. I gave the top three, Dr. Arun. FD, even the tax saver FD falls in the Section 80C part or the senior citizen savings scheme. So it is better to go in for the top three investments I just mentioned rather than going in for a FD. So Dr. Rohit Agarwal, large cap, I've already answered. Dr. Milind, thank you. Dr. Purva, I've already answered. Dr. Rohit Agarwal, I'm planning to invest in HDFC large cap and middle cap funds. What is your view? So, Dr. Rohit, I'll advise large cap and multi cap. Mid cap is not my current flavor right now. Yes, HDFC has a good track record, but I will still prefer a large cap and a multi cap rather than a mid cap or a small cap currently. So Dr. Neetu Singla, sir, great presentation. Thank you, ma'am. Please suggest some good investment plans that you think can give handsome returns. Ma'am, I just mentioned the top three under the ATC. The basic problem is we don't indulge in actually the tax saving part. For wealth creation, we have to put in a mixed basket of each and everything of similar manner. It is not about putting in just 1.5 in that. So Dr. Abhay, real estate or mutual fund, I've already answered. Dr. Rohit Agarwal, view on NSE, sir, I've given it. So I think these would be all. There are no other questions.
That's
So,
perfect. So I think we have answered most of the queries right
yes,
now.
just checked it out. I've answered whatever they were visible on my, say, Facebook account over here.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir, for an amazing session. I think a lot of things I think which we were doing in a wrong way, or I think we don't have idea much about. I think a lot of things have been cleared. I think and this calls for a long session. I think which we should.
Yes, definitely. It was just the financial literacy part, since I attributed
Exactly.
the day as a tribute to my late dad, because
Perfect.
I have 4 webinars today. This is the second one.
Exactly. I think we have an 8 o'clock.
Yes, I started at 8 every 4 hours, 8
hours.
o'clock, say, then 12 noon, and then I have at 4, and then at 8 on end of daily page.
Correct.
So I have 4 webinars every 4 hours today.
Yeah,
so
we'll
again, a part of Endeavor. Thank you so much.
Catch you back again at 4 o'clock, I guess,
Yes,
and
you
again
can,
at 8 o'clock.
yes, you can catch me back every 4 hours today.
Okay.
I'll
Thank
be
you
there
so
on.
much, sir. Here we signing out.
Thank you.
And thank you for part of Made in India Dentistry. Hope we should take it further to another level now.
Sure.
Thank you so much, sir.
Since it was an Independence Day week, I really appreciate, Harshal, your idea of doing it Made in Dentistry, whereas we could have done it easily in the WDF group, where we have more than 4,000 members or 5,000 members. So
Yes.
I believe that it is your endeavor that doing in the Made in Dentistry. I really like that idea. Thank you so much for
Perfect, sir.
making me a part of that. So
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Take
We
care,
sign off.
guys. Bye-bye. See you soon.